what's really inside you. Find out what you're really all about. And my guess is that if you're listening to this podcast, you're fucking really strong, resilient, and tough man or woman, and there's a lot more in you than you even know, than you even realize, because there's a lot more in me, there was, that I even realized for many, many years. There was so much more that I was capable of that I had no fucking idea that I was capable of doing. And I've seen this time and time again with working with guys, with coaching guys. There's so much more in them, so much more in you than you even realize. And by pushing the envelope, by pushing your boundaries, by constantly facing rejection, constantly setting yourself up, not to fail, but setting yourself up for that opportunity where failure is, inevitable or a good chance or a good likelihood, by constantly doing that, you will absolutely perpetually grow and perpetually become a more refined, resilient, strong, tough, and elite man or woman. I mean, we got a lot of women here. I mentioned women at the earlier in the podcast. You'll become a more refined person, though, at the end of the day. It's really just about getting over the fact that you're going to fail. Fuck failure. Fuck rejection. Those things are just lessons. Those things are just opportunities. Those things are a part of life. But if you seize those things, they're your assets. They're your biggest assets. Not just a asset, not just an asset, but the single biggest asset you have to growing, to opportunity, to succeeding, to being the best person you can be. Using your rejections and your failures as stepping stones to get past the next thing is the best philosophy, the best approach to have. Exposing yourself constantly, that is really the easiest way to overcome rejection. It's actually, I think, probably the only way to really overcome rejection. You can't just hypnosis is great for so many different things. People know I'm a huge proponent of hypnosis. It's incredible. It really is. You can't really use hypnosis to get over rejection. You can't. I mean, you can use it to help. You can use NLP a little bit to help. You can use different strategies, mindfulness, shit like that. Those things are all good, but they're more for feelings and emotions and, say, phobias and stuff like that, keeping you grounded. They're not necessarily going to help you overcome rejection. They're certainly not going to help you learn from your rejection. And again, you don't necessarily want to eliminate rejection. You actually don't want to eliminate rejection, because the rejection is a tool. It is an asset for you. It is a way for you to grow and to become a better man. So embracing the rejection is really the best approach to overcoming it, to overcoming the sting that it has, to overcoming the way it can transform your psyche and your confidence and your self-esteem like it did me for many years. This is the best way to do it, is to embrace it, to fucking say, it's not a big deal. It's not going to affect me. It's not going to have an effect on my confidence. It's not going to have an effect on my self-esteem. It's not going to dictate my decisions. I'm actually going to push forward and move closer to rejection, because after listening to this podcast, I realize that rejection is probably my best friend. Rejection is probably the number one thing that's going to propel me to unbelievable fucking success, whereas if I didn't have it, I wouldn't have that success. And I just want to kind of wrap things up now and end with, I mean, we could probably go on, and I do like talking, so I could probably go on for another fucking hour and a half or so, but it's been an awesome podcast. My throat is probably, going to be really happy when I end this podcast in a minute, but I just want to end with something, a quote by Robert Downey Jr., and this is really about being the type of man. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is a cool dude. He's a really badass kind of guy, Iron Man. But the quote embodies the philosophy I've been sort of talking about the last few minutes, and that's just, it's being an elite man. It's being, the bold guy, the guy who goes after life, who takes chances, who pushes the boundaries, who pushes past his insecurities and doesn't let things hold him back. That's an elite man. That's, you're kind, you're respectful, you treat people well, you treat people good, you treat people with respect, all that stuff. You have the utmost respect and mindset for other people. You're caring, you're loving, you're considerate, all those things. That's what an elite man is. I mean, an elite man is someone who has all those qualities, but also someone who pushes the boundaries of himself to improve himself every single day, pushes the boundaries, improve himself, become a better man, do all the right things to become the best man he can be so that he gets the most out of life, but also so he can give back and give others. Again, it's about giving. Give others the most he can give out of life, because as a man, when you're happiest, when you're truly happy, when you're fulfilled, that's spread to the world. That's spread to the rest of the world. People pick up on that. Your relationships are better. The way you treat people is better. Your job, your occupation is better. Your personal life is better. Your social life is better. Your professional life. I mean, it transcends everything when you are happier, when you're more fulfilled. So doing all those things, focusing on yourself and improving yourself and doing the work every single day to be the best man you can be, that's really what an elite man is all about. But what we're talking about here in terms of rejection, in terms of getting over failures, in terms of pushing the boundaries and pushing your limits every single day, not giving a fuck about rejection, not giving a fuck about failing and falling flat on your face. This quote actually is a great way to express that. And that is, this cool quote. One of my favorite quotes, I think it's one of my favorite quotes right now. So Robert Downey Jr. says, "Listen, smile, agree, and then do whatever the fuck you were going to do anyways." And I just think this is the coolest quote because it's so cool in terms of being a man, in terms of being an elite man. You're going to be polite, you're going to be nice, you're going to be respectful. But at the end of the day, you're going to do whatever the fuck you want to do anyways. And I want you to do those things. I want you to be selfish in that regard, where you want to improve yourself every single day. You want to be the best man you can be. You have to take those steps. You have to take those actions. You have to follow those people who have the things that you want. You have to be relentless, and you have to be able to overcome rejection and failure. And by doing that, you have to be, you have to not give a fuck. You have to not really give a fuck about what other people think. Not in a mean way, not in a malicious way, but in a way that you're actually doing it for their benefit. Like I said, if you're happy, you're fulfilled, you're being the best man you can be, that's gonna transcend. That's gonna come out in so many ways. It's gonna transcend across the board in every aspect of your life, and you're gonna treat people better. You're gonna treat them nicer. You're gonna give back more to the community, to other people, to people who need it in your relationships, etc. So do the things you want to do. Be the man you want to be. Take action. Push the boundaries. Do the things that you might be scared of doing. Don't be afraid of that failure. Don't be afraid of that rejection. Do whatever the fuck you were going to do anyways, like Robert Downey Jr. says, and go out there and seize the day. Carpe diem, seize the day, become the elite man you want to be. You'll never stop rejection, and you really wouldn't want to, but you can stop the effect it has over you. Arm yourself with that umbrella. Arm yourself with the ability to stop the rain from hitting you on the head and getting you wet and, fucking up your day. Have that umbrella. Take hold of the umbrella. Walk around when it's raining and use it. And don't let rejection affect you. But go out. Don't stop yourself from going out every day. Go out every single day. Whether it's raining, whether it's sunny. Go out every single day. Seize the day. Push the boundaries. Live life to the absolute fullest. And just be the fucking best man you can be. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. It was a solo episode again. I do periodically like getting on the mic and chatting. I don't know if my throat loves it when I talk for an hour and 40 minutes straight. Starting to lose my voice a little bit. But I did enjoy that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me some feedback. Shoot me an email, justin@elitemanmagazine.com. Or, again, you can find me on social media at Justin Stenstrom. That's Stenstrom. Instagram, Facebook, shoot me a message, follow me, friend me. If you friend me, though, make sure you send me a message. Otherwise, I won't know who you are. But shoot me a message if you want to become friends on Facebook. That's cool. And the Elite Man Mastermind, of course, on Facebook, the group. You can always join that as well. So enjoy that. Hope you guys had fun. I had fun talking to you, sharing some of my rejection stories. I actually got a couple other rejection stories in the bag. That I might have to share at a later date, or if you guys get it out of me, maybe I can share it in a couple weeks or so. We'll see, though. I did appreciate the time. Guys, have an absolute fucking wonderful 4th of July. I know I'm going to be living it up and having a great time. This is my favorite time of year. I hope you guys enjoy it. Be safe, stay out of trouble, but enjoy life. Seize the day. be relentless and be fucking rejection proof. You're not going to stop your rejection, but don't be fucking scared of rejection. Go after it. Take chances, take risks, and live the life that you want to live. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. But before you go, there's one last thing I need you to do. I need you to subscribe to this podcast right now if you haven't already. By subscribing to the podcast, you get every single episode the minute they're released. Get all of our Elite Man podcast interviews with all of our incredible world-class guests from the lifestyle, health, fitness, business, and social worlds absolutely free. Subscribe now, guys, if you haven't already, and enjoy all future episodes. And yes, if you do love the podcast, leave us an awesome review. We really do appreciate it.